The Iron Sled wasn't designed to land. It was designed to survive a collision with the ground. It was a slab of reinforced lead and ceramic tiles with just enough thruster power to keep it from becoming a meteor. As we detached from the longbow, the gravity didn't just kick in, it tried to liquefy us. "Hold your guts," Gary yelled over the comms. The sound was distorted, clipped by the cheap, buzzing speakers in our helmets. "If you swallow your tongue, I'm not digging it out." The hull shrieked. It wasn't the heroic roar of a starship. It was the sound of a fork being dragged across a giant's teeth. The yellow soup of Sector 4's atmosphere was thick enough to chew, and it was trying to peel the sled like a grape. "Engine 3 is coughing blood," Smug screamed. He was strapped in across from me, his eyes bulging behind a cracked visor. "The telemetry is a joke. We're coming in hot. Too hot, Sarge. We're gonna be a grease stain." "Shut your hole, Smug." Eva snapped. She was braced against Iron Mike's massive, vibrating leg. "Mike's gyro stabilizers are slave to the hull. If we flip, he'll compensate. Just keep your eyes shut and pray to the god of scrap." I felt a sudden, violent lurch to the left. A secondary thruster had given up the ghost, exploding with a dull thud that sent a shiver of shrapnel through the outer hull. The red emergency lighting kicked on, bathing the hold in a sickly, butcher shop glow. "We're in a spin," I croaked into my recorder. My voice sounded small against the screaming metal. "The bakers gave us a coffin with a faulty engine. If anyone finds this, tell them we were murdered by a budget cut." Flash, I saw Kitchy. He was actually leaning forward against his harness, his face lit by the red strobe. He was humming a low, rhythmic tune that shouldn't have been audible over the chaos. The man was a freak. He lived for the moment the metal started to buckle. "Brace, brace, brace." Gary's roar was the last thing that made sense. The impact didn't feel like a crash. It felt like the universe had decided to stop moving all at once. My harness snapped taut, bruising my ribs with a sound like a dry branch breaking. My head slammed against the back of the seat, and for a second, the red world went black. The silence that followed was worse than the noise. It was a heavy, ringing silence, broken only by the tink-tink-tink of cooling metal and the hiss of a ruptured hydraulic line. I opened one eye. The cabin was filled with a thick, acrid white smoke-burned insulation and long-life coolant. In the center of the wreck, the three-story metal bastard groaned. Iron Mike hadn't just survived. He'd saved us. His magnetic clamps had failed mid-crash, and he braced his massive arms against the ceiling of the hold. He was literally holding the roof off our heads, his hydraulics screaming and leaking black fluid like a wounded animal.